Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how power is not everything in this game. I will show you how I am beating people even stronger than me. As you can see, this guy is 2.9 and I am 2.2 million power and I'm still beating him. I will show you some enemies in the crystal throne even though they are like stronger than me. Of course not this. Like also these guys, if they are stronger than me, I will still beat them. Like I will just try to explain to you how these things work and how you can make use even if your lineup is not the strongest or your noble is not so high. So as you can see here, I'm noble 9, even though the guy here is for sure he's noble 13 or 14. But it's something that deeper than this, and I will try to explain it, and then I will make this part 1 and then will be part 2 and me going into details. In this video I will try to show you things and then explain them more in the other part. And before we jump in, if you're enjoying the content, a quick like and subscribe would mean a lot to me. It really helps the channel grow and to reach out more audience, and make sure you share it with your friends and leave in the comment section if you have any other questions. And for now, enjoy the video. So guys, there is multiple things that you need to pay attention on how to beat your enemies. First of all, the power that you see after like 1.5 or 2 million is not everything about your lineup and your team. So I'll try to explain and break this down. As you can see that we have first of all the heroes, and then we have awakening, and then we have the fishes that I always talk about. And then we have our pets, and inside the pets, even though there is a lot of pets, we have even feathers to spend, and then we have some, I don't know, treasure and lobby. Like you have a lot of things that impacting the fight, including your statue and including your constellation. Yes, I said it right. So all of these things has an impact on your game. And not to forget that a lot of people will say it now, that the noble level, but trust me, I am only noble 8 or 9, and there's people like this enemy or this guy is definitely more than noble 13 or 14. He is one of the whalest in my server. I mean, he is. So it's not only about spending and being strong, it's more about strategic and your lineup and having a combo, better runes and fishes, pets and all of these. I will try to break it down so you guys don't get overwhelmed of how to build these things. First of all, you need to focus on your fishes, and I will explain it once again how to focus on your fishes. In here, these small fishes are always going to be for the magic. So if your main is magic, you need to make sure your magic is strong. For me, I don't have magic in my lineup, so all I'm looking forward is for the last attribute, which is damage reduction here. I'm collecting here almost 7.5 magic damage reduction. This is a lot. If you have you don't use mages, you need to focus on the attribute that doesn't help the mages, it helps everyone. Same here. I have marksman, but I also need movement speed for my main lineup, because I'm not using a lot of, I'm using only this, and they are both trying to push the enemies back. So I need him both to have more movement speed. So I focus on my fishes to have more movement speed. As you can see here, it's almost 13% movement speed. And finally, the medium fishes are always for marksman. And finally, the large, it's always for the support. But later on the game, you will start getting some important attributes. In the jungle, I have the crit damage and crit rate, and this will help my DPS deal a lot of damage. I don't care about the support attributes, I'm looking for these third things. Finally here, it's more knockback and more damage reduction. Basically my all fishes here are focusing either on damage reduction of the enemies, so they deal less damage on me even though they are stronger, so I have more damage reduction, and knocking back the enemies and moving speed, as you can see here and here. And then finally I am focusing all my crit damage and crit rate, and these alongside with my runes on my DPS. For example, let's take Gunslinger. You can see here crit rate, crit damage, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, crit damage, and here crit damage, crit damage. So like you need to start combining all your things to align together. In this situation, my Gunslinger is getting crit rate and crit damage from runes along with fishes that we have in the aquarium here. So it's all adding up, and then you go and find a pet for him. And in this situation, this Doom Fang is the most important one that gives a trade of removing crit damage and giving you in return crit rate. So for me, this pet is the most powerful right now if you have a lot of crit damage. The other one good is this because he gives more crit rate. So I'm just trying to give you an example of my marksman, which is the Gunslinger. And if you look at his stats, he's saying 43% crit rate and 187 crit damage. But this in the battlefield, it's even more because of the Doomfang. And right now, if you calculate everything, he's sitting at almost 87% crit rate, and here it's 155 crit damage. Like that's a lot of damage in this character, and that's only 18 stars, and it's only the first page of Awakening. So I'm just giving you one example how it's connecting the runes with the pet, and then you connect with it the aquarium, and then you start even adding more and more. You can add these, all crit damage, all ranged reduction, like all these you can add them from other, like this one, all crit rate. He will contribute to your Gunslinger. So just by looking at it, all my things from here to the aquarium to the pets, like you want all of them to be focusing on one thing. And for example, I just showed you how I do it with the Gunslinger. It's the same with others. For me, I want the Sword Devil to push back enemies. I have on him knockback effect. So as you can see, I have 10% here. And then I have a pet that has another 8% knockback effect. So the same thing applies to my Warlock. My Warlock has knockback effect, and his pet has more knockback effect. I know a lot of people will say, you have mythic pets, why you don't use mythic pet on your Warlock? I don't need it. None of the mythic pets give me knockback effect. Like none of them. The only thing that gives me knockback effect and damage boost is this. And even if he is legend, he is the best for my option. And also for, if you can look here, for my holy healer, I'm even using this, the Pia fish. Even though the Pia fish in the pets is here, like it was fucking blue, like it's not even mythic. I made it to become mythic. So don't just go and rush to get the best pets, just read about what pets are doing. I will make a full video explaining how pet works and how the combo and what they contribute to your heroes. But right now I'm trying to give you an example of how you can make sure all your lineup is aligned with everything you have. And I will give you an example in this fight. Like my crit damage in my Gunslinger, that's what I did, is what killing everything. So this guy has no combo. That's something to keep in mind. Like if I put challenge, as you can see here, I have this guy to push, and then I have Warlock that push, and then I have my Dark Knight to be with a lot knockback resist. So if the enemies doesn't have things to counter me, I am immediately gonna push him and then utilize the Holy Healer. Now Holy Healer play a lot of advantages if combined with a good lineup. As you can see here, I have 3 that pushes back the enemies, and then I have the Holy Healer to utilize the portal that he opens, and then Gunslinger to deal all of the damage. Later on, maybe I can switch Warlock with Witch, and I will have the same thing, that I am pushing back the enemies and then utilizing things. So my main purpose of this video to show you that combo and combining everything together, like the pets, the fishing, like all these things and the runes, is what makes the difference. And it's not only about power. I see a lot of people saying, oh, I switched my lineup and then I am lower in power, but it's not the case. Power doesn't mean everything. So guys, I will try to show you even against other players, so you don't say that I'm only beating this guy. But now let's take like this guy, Salt, or whatever his name. I am only 2.2, he's 2.5. And as you can see, it's all about the combo. Even though he has Paladin, he has Dark Knight, he has Witch, all these meta weapons. You see, once I take down that side, the game is over. Like I'm just cornering him, stunning him, and controlling the field. It's all about the combo that we're utilizing, and it's less about the power. It's all about all the hidden stats, the pets, and everything. And then we will beat almost anyone as long as you have the right combo. I will try to show this guy too here, just to showcase another example. This guy is 3.4 and I am 2.2. So, for example, checking him out, or so how fast I push sometimes, but from one to another, I just down the enemies and make sure they're in the corner and trying to utilize my portal quality. That's what I say, like the movement speed is connecting with the pushback. I immediately try to corner them and push them to the corner so I can utilize my combo. And I will try to show you even this guy, so if you want to see it in live, my only combo is to kill him, even if I don't one-shot his backline. The purpose here is to shoot him and corner him, then utilize the portal, see? And it's here that once utilizing the portal, it's all about that there is nothing else he can do. Because the portal is giving me the advantage of killing that enemy. So my only thing I want you guys to make sure you are learning from this video is watch out for your aquarium. Please combine it with the pets, and then utilizing everything with the runes and how to make sure you have the correct runes. I know I will get a lot of questions, but what runes do I need? I will try to explain it as much as like in detail in the next video. I will explain all these combinations. I just wanted to showcase this, and I will showcase all the runes and the pets and how to use them efficiently with different heroes, I think tomorrow or in 2 days. And for now, I want to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I want to thank you all for all the support you're giving me. It's been a big journey for me. It's been like 3 months me making videos, and the progress is doing good, and I'm happy with the progress, and I want to thank you all personally. And I will catch you in the next video explaining how to use these runes, how to use these fishes, and all the things coming together, and make sure we are aligned.